Hi, it's Robert Powers. Today I just want to point out something while I have the opportunity here because I have two of the same model, same length size shoes. The only difference is the width, so I just want to take this opportunity to show a difference between the two. So I have a friend's Allen Edmonds Park Avenues in size 11.5 D. Okay, now D is a standard width, if you can see there. Okay, so it's 11.5 D. D is the width, it's standard. Okay, I have another more in-depth video on this. Here are my 11.5 triple E's, okay? You can see there, 11.5 triple E. So what that means is these are the same model shoes, same last, same everything except the width. What I wanted to point out here, okay, is just take a look at the difference in how wide they actually are, okay? D is standard width, so E would be 1 step wider, 3/16 of an inch wider. Double E would be 6/16 or 3/8 of an inch wider. And a triple E, in theory, then would be 9/16 of an inch wider. So if you take these two shoes, and I put them side by side here, okay, you can see the obvious difference in width there, okay? You see that? Now, I'm not going to measure them on the video, but if you actually do measure them, and I guess the way I was trying to measure them was, and it's a little tricky because of the shape of the shoe, I was kind of taking, it would have been measurement, I think I was going from about here to about here. The widest part of the shoe, I'm trying to take the shortest measurement. So in other words, the widest part of the shoe, I want to get the shortest measurement of that wide part, okay? This shoe comes out to just a little over 4 1/8 inches. And this one comes out to about 4 5/8. So really the actual measured difference I see is right about 1/2 inch difference between the two, okay? So the reason that's significant is if you have wide feet, like if you see my foot here, okay? My foot is tremendously wide. I mean, if you see, like it goes out like a duck's foot, you know, and I have problems, getting shoes that really fit me well. So I just wanted to point that out because if you have extremely wide feet, a brand like Allen Edmonds, one of the great things about them is they don't just have the standard D width. In the past, before I figured this out, I was going and buying 12 size shoes, and then the side of my foot would still be really tight on the shoe, and I'd stretch the bulge. I would stretch the side of the leather out, and then a lot of times the shoes would tear. I was just basically suffering my whole life, until I figured out that you can actually get shoes that are wider. Now, my daughter actually has a very narrow foot. She has the opposite. So from a D, you can go down to a C, and I'll show you this. Now, this is not equivalent. This really isn't fair. This is a size 11 in a Florsheim, okay? And this is an 11C, but it does illustrate a principle. It is a little narrower because it's a shorter shoe, okay? But look at that difference in width, okay? So let's compare it even to the D width. Do you see that difference in width? Okay, so D, go down to a C. You can go from a C to a B, which is narrower, B to an A, then there's double A and triple A. So just wanted to make you aware of that and see that if you know what you're looking for, and especially if you have extra wide or narrow feet, this is what you're going to want to look for so that you can get shoes that actually really fit you. Okay, hope that helps. I'll catch you guys later.